In this video, we're going to use multiple regression to go in and look at the relationships between the starting salary and GPA and whether or not the student had an MIS degree. When we get ready to go in and do this, one of the things that data analysis is going to want is it's going to want to have the Y variable in one location and then all of our X variables in the other. So you can see that whenever we copy and paste the GPA, salary, and MIS, the Y variable is embedded in between the two. So I'm just going to take the GPA and move it over. Again, this is just because of the way that Excel wants to have things put into the data analysis in a second. So now we're going to go over to data analysis. That's on the data tab. So you make sure you click on data, data analysis, regression. And we're going to use multiple regression. And in multiple regression, what we're really trying to say is, I want to predict one variable, the salary, but I now have more than one X variable. I have my MIS and I have my GPA. So this is what we're hoping to get to with this new model. So get rid of this information. If you click on labels, it's also going to allow you to gather this. It's going to matter to me. It's going to matter to you whenever you start trying to interpret the model in just a second. The Y range that we're looking for, now that we can put in, now that we've clicked the label, we can add the label with it. And then my X variable, you remember before we just went through and highlighted one range. However, now, since we have put all of our X variables together, we can highlight both of them and carry both of them with us. Okay, now that's in there. Again, we're going to do a confidence level of 95%. Go ahead and put this in a new worksheet. We're not going to add any of the extra information. Now whenever I click OK, we now have an R-squared value of 56.65. So this model explains 57% of the variance in salary is explained by these two variables, okay? Again, I think that this may be the highest that we've seen using this data. Now, what does this model look like? The model now says that we have an intercept and two different slopes, okay? Before we just jump in and start using this information though, let's check our p-values. Again, remember p-value should be less than 0.05, which means there's less than a 5% probability that the answers that we got were just due to randomness. So our model now really becomes salary equals 7.168, I'm going to stop there, times MIS plus 7.661 times GPA. And I probably should have added the multiplication signs in there. So this is our new, this is the new multiple regression equation. As I mentioned, our R-squared value has gone up. It says that each one of these is significant, the intercept, the slope for MIS, also the slope times GPA. So if I wanted to calculate an MIS student who got a 3.31 GPA, it would be 7.68 times 1 plus 7.661 times 3.31. If I wanted to do it for a non-MIS, for non-MIS, the MIS value is 0. So it would be 7.168 times 0 plus 7.661 times 3.31. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, gives you an idea of where you're going with multiple regression and how we use it for this scenario.